Welcome to my channel, Serenity Tarot. This is the never-ending story of Aries. Aries, this is your monthly love reading for July. I'll be reading you on the left and your other on the right. As a general reading, energies can flip sides. You'll know better than me where you fit. This is also a gender-neutral reading. When I speak of kings and queens, that's it. That's all I'm saying is they're kings and queens. I just read the energy behind the card. So just take what works and leave the rest behind. The Death is at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So the Six of Wands is today. In your past was the Page of Cups. This was talking about an emotional offer, potentially a new beginning. The Six of Wands right now is talking about that victory that came from that emotional offer in the past. The Queen of Swords in your future could be an air sign. The Five of Cups in reverse in your head. This is talking about getting over emotional disappointment. Someone in your environment is the Eight of Cups. They're walking away. It's time for a new beginning, a new start. This relationship is the Eight of Swords in reverse. This relationship is being represented as freedom. Freedom from the relationship or freedom in the relationship, I'm not sure, right? In their past is the Seven of Cups. This is talking about them choosing potentially one of these options. And the Empress is them right now. Could be a Taurus that you're dealing with. In their head is the Nine of Swords in reverse. Lots of air energy. But they are getting over something that was keeping them up at night. Something that was really bothering them. They're moving on from that. The Page of Pentacles in reverse is in their future. So this could be somebody younger than them, but it's not somebody who's starting out at least on a good financial route. The Two of Cups in reverse is in their environment. So this isn't a relationship. This most likely is not a relationship. In their mind, it's not happening. Or I'm sorry, in their environment, a relationship is not happening. So let's get that Eight of Swords. King of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So two people not putting work into this. This Two of Cups is just, nobody's really working for this right now, I think. Let's try and get one more card. Maybe we can get some more about that. I wonder why the Six of Wands is in your... We'll figure that out. Clarify the Eight of Swords one more time. So this Nine of Swords and the other in their head is potentially like holding this back, keeping this relationship from moving forward because they want to release that Nine of Swords. It's in their reverse here. So the Moon, this could be a Pisces that you're dealing with. But this is talking about something that you can't see. Maybe some sort of fear is keeping this from moving forward. The Six of Wands. Why is the Six of Wands here? So the Six of Wands is now being clarified by the Seven of Cups. in reverse. So the Seven of Cups in reverse is talking about their past. So there was this victory. Somebody chose to have this relationship, and to you, this is victory. Page of Cups in the past. No, let's go for the Eight of Cups. So who is somebody else moving on? What's going on? Somebody's dropping or is maintaining a burden, trying to hold it up. As a fire sign, this could very well be you. Yeah, I think somebody's putting in the work to keep this afloat. And then somebody isn't putting in the work to keep this afloat. Maybe walking away, 2 8s. So let's figure out the Two of Cups in their environment. The Magician is now in reverse. And the Magician is talking about not having the tools necessary to make this Two of Cups happen. Feeling like the person in the environment doesn't have the tools to make this work. The Page of Pentacles in their future. The the Hermit is in reverse. Virgo? Could be a Virgo. Okay, so could be a Knight of Swords in reverse. One more. Okay, so it's just a lot of different people at this point. We're talking about a Knight of Wands, which is you, fire sign. A Knight of Swords in reverse, air sign. And I think that the reason why this isn't going forward, we're talking about the Moon and we're talking about the Hermit in reverse, which is speaking of isolation, which could be speaking of paranoia. And with the air in reverse, this is more of that. Somebody's not using their head. So the Queen of Swords in your future is a new beginning, is this Ace of Cups, is an opportunity to begin anew and have this Two of Cups that you didn't have today. So let's get your advice. Oh, and the World came out as well. Seven of Cups. So your advice is the Seven of Cups. You've got options. And maybe with the Seven of Cups in your heart in reverse, you feel in your heart like you don't have options. But your advice is saying, yeah, you do. You've got plenty of options. This is the never-ending story of Leo. Leo, this is your monthly love reading for July. I'll be reading you on the left and your other on the right. As a general reading, energies can flip sides. You'll know better than I where you fit. My readings are also gender neutral readings. When I say King of Swords, Queen of Swords, that's all I mean. So just take what works and leave the rest. The Chariot in reverse is at the bottom of the deck. All right, so in the past, you had this victory, the Six of Wands, which is likely this relationship. In the present, you're the Magician. You have all of the tools necessary to get whatever it is you want done. In your head is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So I think you're ready to turn a new leaf, move beyond this. The Hierophant is in the reverse in your environment. And this could be a divorce in your environment. But as a general reading, it can be everything between a situationship or a marriage. And this is not traditional. This is not the status quo. Like, this is moving away from tradition. And it could be somebody giving you like bad advice. The Seven of Cups is in the other's heart. They've, at least from their perspective, they have all sorts of options, What are they going to choose? The Five of Pentacles is in reverse in their environment. So somebody's feeling like they were left out in the cold, but, they're moving beyond that. They're over it. In their head is the Ace of Cups in reverse. So, just because I'm doing a love reading doesn't mean that everybody's in a relationship. It's in reverse, so it's talking about not happening in this situation. And that could very well be because of the Seven of Swords. Generally, that's because somebody was trying to get away with something. And this has come to light now at this point, if you know about this, right? It's in your head. And in the reverse, it should mean that you know. The King of Swords is in your future, or is in their future in reverse. This is potentially somebody else, and your future is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So here we're talking about two aces, and they're both in reverse. And then we're also talking about the Death in reverse. So this is an interesting situation where something old isn't coming to an end, thus new things cannot begin. And their past was the Sun. This is their happiness. This is their joy. And your past is the Six of Wands. This was victory for you. Seven of Swords in your head. Yeah, this new leaf turning that I originally said is exactly what it is. It's a new start. The world is at your fingertips today, and you know it. It's time to turn a new leaf and begin again. So the Hierophant in your environment in reverse. This is somebody folding on a belief systems, dropping it maybe, and just moving on to something else. Why is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse in your future? All right, so now we have the King and Queen of Swords. So they are the King of Swords in reversed, and you are the Queen of Swords in the upright. The bottom line is in your future, you're both on the opposite wavelengths right now. It's not to say you're not the same energy. You're both the swords. So are you soulmates? Yeah, there's a potentiality. It's just in the future, you both aren't on the same page. Maybe you need a break. So there's Seven of Cups. Or I should start with their environment because that could very well be you. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody feels like they're being brought out of the cold in regards to their family. The Four of Wands in the upright. One more card. So the Queen of Wands is now here. The Queen of Wands is talking about, you know, I'm going to say you're the queen. You are feeling like you're coming out of the cold. You are feeling like your family is there for you and you've got that support system. The Seven of Cups. This is them leaving disappointment, emotional disappointment behind. This is them saying, you know, I don't want to have anything to do with this anymore. So why are they the King of Swords in the future? Obviously, they don't want to have anything to do with this Ace of Cups in the reverse. So what is this? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got to keep it. So now we're talking about three kings. They're one of them probably. And the other two are the King of Wands and the King of Cups. Where is this? And a Knight and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So you're the fire sign. And, you know, the only thing that I can really stress at this point is the vast majority of the people on this table, kings and queens, are of the same energy, fire or air. Here is another person that's showing up in the future that is water, right? So they've got this Seven of Cups. They've got this Five of Cups in reverse. They're moving on in the future. 1, 2, 3 people at least is their options. And this Ace in reverse is the same as your Ace in the reverse in the future. So the two of you are not starting a financial endeavor, as well as potentially not an emotional endeavor either. Let's move on to advice. The Sun is in reverse. The Sun is in the upright in their past. You know, in the past, you had this happiness. You had specifically this victory. They specifically had this happiness. And right now, I think it's addressing that this situation is not your happiness right now. This will be the never-ending story of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is your monthly love reading for July. I'll be reading you on the left and the other on the right. As a general reading, energies can flip sides. You'll know better than me where you fit. My readings are gender neutral readings. I read the energy behind the card, and that's it. Take what works and leave the rest. So this relationship is being symbolized by death. Death is simply an indication that it could be coming to an end. The Nine of Pentacles is you. And you are financially stable. You are financially successful. You're capable of being on your own. And I think that's exactly what you are, single today. So make sure that you guys can see this, right? The Nine of Wands is the other. in reverse. So there's some sort of compromising, maybe. They're letting go of something. And their environment is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is not somebody that's working very hard for this situation. In your environment is the King of Cups in reverse. So is this person or is it someone else? I don't know, considering you're single. But this could be a water sign that you're dealing with. Your other is at a bit of a stalemate right now. This is a really hard decision for them to make. And where you are at is the Lovers. So you're very cognizant of what this love reading is about, right? In the past, the Hangman is in reverse for them. So they could very well have been so stagnated in the past that they didn't even make a decision in regards to this situation, right? So in your past is Temperance right here. This is balance. This is peace. This is patience. In your future is the Page of Swords. The Ace of Wands in reverse is their future. And it's to indicate, obviously, with this stagnated energy, they're not having any new beginning in the future. So let's go ahead and figure out what that King of Cups in your environment is about. Very emotionally unstable individual. This could be a divorce. Obviously, it's a general reading. It can be many different things, right? But this baby is being, cared for by a doll. Food is just being left for the baby, and the baby is playing with the keys to the future. And here is the Hierophant with his back to the baby. He is looking for the attention outside of this unit. Let's go ahead and clarify that Eight of Pentacles in their environment. Somebody is not working in their environment. So the Five of Swords is now clarifying the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Five of Swords is in reverse as well. So we're just talking about somebody that's dropping a fight. They're throwing their swords down on the floor and saying, I'm done with this, I'm moving on. Which is obviously indicative of the Nine of Wands. They're just not moving forward. The Lovers. So the Seven of Cups is now clarifying the Lovers. And it's in reverse. So it's to indicate that until you make a decision, these are just options. And the Lovers appears to be just an option because the Nine of Pentacles shows that you're perfectly stable and capable of being on your own. So the Hangman in the past for them. They just weren't making very much steady progress of a very materialistic sort. And as a result, they were hanging around instead, not, making any decisions. So that Nine of Wands, are they caving? This is about the past. And I think with the Nine of Wands, in the Six of Cups in reverse is talking about the past. And the Nine of Wands is talking about them folding on something in regards to the past, them wanting to maybe make a different decision, thinking, ooh, I've been holding the line for such a long time and I'm stressed. I need to evaluate maybe, especially with this Five of Swords in reverse in their environment. They're just giving up, you know? So that Page of Swords in your future. The Page of Swords is simply talking about you have lots of different options, you know? The world is at your fingertips. You can choose anyone. And the bottom line is, you're just going to start anew. You're basically making a logical decision to move on and broaden your horizons. So this obviously all explains why the Death. Let's move on to advice. What is the advice for today's reading? So your advice is, I think, your future. So here is the Three of Wands. Here is the Three of Wands in your future. This is your advice, you know. I think it's time to move on and create a new future. Thanks for watching my channel, Serenity Tarot. If you want to see more of my content, like and subscribe. Be sure to tune in to see more daily, monthly, love and career readings. And check out my playlists if you want to see content for a specific sign. See you next time.